They can figure out maybe half the equation. Maybe part of the equation is yes, I am unpredictable, but at the measure of how unpredictable I am is an impossible metric and measurement to even find until it happens. I do exactly what you thought I wasn't gonna do. We just gonna block them off, stop their money. They can't get no more money now. Mm-mm. Y'all ain't getting no more money now. What is the measure of being unpredictable? How can you measure that? What is the measure of that? What is the rubric? What is the say if you're somebody who's unpredictable, but you also understand the power of that. You understand what that entails. You understand that your enemies, your friends, your family, they can't like nobody can see your next move. Or maybe nobody could see your fourth move. They might see your first, second, third move because you telegraph it, but they don't know about that final fourth move that may change everything. I think that's a valuable trait to have. I know that on my last episode, I said certain things about our current president that hasn't been uh consistent with other videos. When I've been talking about the president, I've been praising the president for the most part because objectively he was doing a lot of good work. But on that last episode of Think Pieces and Conversations, I was like, I had to be objective and I had to ask, yo, what the hell is this guy doing? What the hell is he doing? I had to really sit there and be like, yo, you got gas prices going up. You got the whole world is on edge with the war. He showed this many times during maybe all his president, his first term and his second term. But this term right here, he's been very unpredictable. He's been very unpredictable. And people haven't caught on to what he's been doing yet. Some people have. But this time, in this uh very, very pivotal part of history with this current war with Iran, right? You have a guy who telegraphed his moves saying, yo, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bomb your desalination plants. Yo, we gonna if you first of all, if you bomb a desalination plant in the Middle East, they're all gonna go thirsty and die in a week. 2 weeks maximum. Yo, we're gonna get rid of your desalination plants. Yo, we're gonna get rid of your power plants. Through the actions that our president have taken, especially within this current term, you don't know if what he's saying he's actually gonna do. Because he showed in previous examples, Venezuela, uh sending out the National Guard, sending out ICE to certain places, even though he did fall back on that. He showed you if he said something, he's gonna do it. And don't think he's not gonna do it. That's a bad idea because he showed you that he'll do exactly what he says, especially if it's a threat. I think there's value in people not knowing your next move, not knowing if they can go even 60% on a certain choice that they may think you're going to make. They can never go past a certain percentage because they can't read you. They can't. There is no equation. They can figure out maybe half the equation. Maybe part of the equation is, yes, I am unpredictable, but at the measure of how unpredictable I am is an impossible metric and measurement to even find until it happens. I do exactly what you thought I wasn't going to do, or I do something that you never thought I was going to do. It didn't even come to your mind because I laid out the choices in front of you. I said, yo, I'm going to do your desalination plant. I'm going to do your power plants. I'm going to get on the ground. We're gonna go on the ground. We're going to bomb y'all. We're going to take y'all. Oh, you didn't think I was going to actually block the ways you get money. Crazy. I couldn't predict them. And because I couldn't predict them, I labeled it, the craziness is going on, as more negative and not looking at the positive points of this. At least in the vision of how I think the president is looking at this situation. He's looking at this situation like, yo, we want the Americas. We want America. We want us to make the most money in oil. We want America to make the most money in oil. Not y'all. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money we missing. That's a lot of digits. Yeah, we're powerful. We got the greatest military, but we're going to need that check too. We're going to need that check too. I never saw this coming. The genius thing about it is, when the war started and prices started to get crazy, he lifted sanctions on Iran. So Iran was able to taste the money that they have missed for so many years. They were finally tasting 9 figures, 10 figures a day, a week. They was getting to see how that looked like, what that looked like. Lobster tail, the best fried shrimp, the best tomahawk, the best whips, the best whatever they buy in Iran that make them seem like they stunting, that makes them want to stunt, even if they might not even be those type of people. Oh, I'm gonna get all my wives houses. I'm gonna get all my wives these. I'm gonna get more wives because I got all this money coming in. You got that taste. It feels good, don't it? It should. You want it to feel like this for a long time coming. You've been doing whatever you've been doing in the Middle East for so long as Iranians or the IRGC. Your peoples lost their lives. Leaders, military leaders, top leaders, they lost their lives. Some family members got cooked. Your edge started to wane when you started to taste that money a little bit. Like, yo, we getting money now. We charging everybody to come through this port $2 million. We're charging everybody $2 million. And we making our enemy look bad in his politics. That's what they saying in Iran. That's what they were saying. We want to keep this war going till September. That's what they said. They telegraphed that. So in return, our president telegraphed his moves. And because he telegraphed his moves and he stood on it before, they ain't see this coming. We're going to blockade your money. We're going to stop you from getting money. We're going to reroute all the ships that wanted to make money with you because they had to. Some of them, a lot of them, was getting their oil from the Strait of Hormuz in majority. They was getting their money from the Strait of Hormuz in majority. We just gonna block them off, stop their money. They can't get no more money now. Y'all ain't getting no more money now. Nope. We want that bread, actually. Get that to us. This is a political off-ramp that I've never seen before. Because I couldn't predict it. Nobody was thinking like this. The lesson I've learned here is, even if you're not looking like the hero for a small period of time, because you got to move that even the enemy doesn't see coming. Nobody sees coming. Why not be unpredictable? Who cares if people know what you're doing? Who cares if people like what you're doing if you know what the vision is? That vision, you already know what the vision is. You see it realized in your head when you're doing it. You see it realized in your head when you're applying it. You're like, oh, if I do this, lead them this way, but at the very end, do something they never thought I was going to do. Everybody's thinking I'm going to go another way. What if I just don't do what they thought? Huh? What if I just don't do what they thought? Everybody's in shock and awe. My enemies respect me even more. Other negotiations I was having behind closed doors with other countries that wasn't feeling my moves. I'm being objective here. The other countries and allies, I was raising their gas prices. I was doing this, I was doing that. They forgot that I also sell oil. They didn't think I would just completely blockade the strait with my ships. Nobody thought of this. Nobody said that on Twitter. Nobody said that on TikTok. Nobody said that on YouTube. Nobody said that on this platform. Nobody said that on. Oh, okay. This is gonna shock the world. Watch this. Press the button. Oh, they just blocked off our money. There's value in being unpredictable. There is major value in being unpredictable. And I think in warfare, especially if you are or dream of being a president or dream of being a leader, whether you're partaking in corporate warfare or actually real warfare when there's weapons, knives, grenades, the freedom of your country, the freedom of your household, the protection of your woman, the protection of your kids. You just at war with an enemy that's trying to see what steps you planning on going with it. What's the measure of your unpredictability? Do they have a ruler or a metric system that can even measure it? They think they can measure it. But once they realize, when they walk up on it and they try to pull out their ruler and realize, oh, this ain't big enough. This item ain't big enough. Pause. This tool of measurement, the technology is outdated. We can't measure this. It's out of our reach. It'll be too late. It'll be too late. That's a little short 15 minute podcast. I just wanted to talk about this, the measure of being unpredictable. Have you measured yours? Are you even a person that likes to be unpredictable? Do you like being predictable? Do you like when you about to take a step and they stop you from taking a step because they know you about to take a step? But they're in shock and awe when they see you leap after taking 2 steps to the left, 1 step to the right. You did that 4 times in a row. 2 steps to the left, 4 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left, 4 steps to the right. Hit a little 1 to the left, 2 to the right. You do that in rhythm. And then next thing you know, you just 7 steps to the left, upper east wing. Like 45-degree angle up to the left. And you do it 18 times straight. They're like, holy shit, we didn't see this one coming. Whoa. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Be unpredictable, man. Mother.